A career in showbiz is like a distance run. You have to have patience and pace yourself. That quote by American actor and director Tate Donovan rings true for every avenue of the entertainment industry. Welcome to Trendz. My name is Refill Wemwidwa, and with many on holiday already and in festive mode, I trust this time will be cherished for all the right reasons and in all the right ways, so you usher in 2016 rested and ready to go full throttle in pursuit of your dreams. In our headlines, South Africa's first dance movie, Hear Me Move, premieres at an African film festival in the Big Apple in New York. Cape Townians and holidaymakers are in for a wonderful treat this festive season, with plenty on offer for the whole family lined up at the Artscape Theatre. And for all those in Gauteng, Silverstar Casino is the place to be for some outdoor fun in the sand as they bring the beach to us. And now, with big shoes to fill as she takes over the reins from Lungile Buhule and follows in the footsteps of the likes of Basetsana Khumalo and Augustine Masilela, Miss Soweto 2015 was crowned just weeks ago, and she is still reeling with excitement. Welcome, Buhule, to Trendz, and congratulations first and foremost.
Thank you for having me, Rufilia.
So take us through, that moment where they're about to announce it's you. It was you there and with the other four girls.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind?
I just kept on telling myself that, Buhle, breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yeah.
This is yours. Take your time, breathe. And the time my name was announced, I cried. Like, I literally went on the floor and I was
Not the ugly
crying.
cry, I hope.
No,
because
no.
that spoils, the crown and the poise and everything.
No. It was
not
a
the
beauty
ugly
queen cry.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. But now the preparation. You're 20 years old. Of course, you've seen pageants ever since, you were a young girl, and I'm sure, you always had that, one day, I'd like to also be Miss SA, and we had the finalists just in studio here recently, and, you definitely could be one of them. So what is it about Miss Soweto, and what kind of stepping stone are you trying to use this title as to further your career?
I think it's very important that people need to know that Soweto is the biggest township in South Africa.
Of course.
Therefore, I stand to represent plus 4 million citizens from Soweto. It's already a big enough title and a big enough platform that through Miss Soweto, I plan that it's going to give me that stepping stone to go to Miss South Africa. I believe that through the pressure and the training that I'm going to go through during my reign, I'll be well prepared for Miss South Africa.
Sure. And one misconception that, every interviewee, I think, who does any kind of pageant wants to dispel is that it's not only just about your looks. Definitely not. One thing that also, made me smile when I saw even just the criteria for entry into Miss Soweto was that you came with your matric certificate, you came with your bikini, of course, and just smile in your best personality.
Yeah.
But that education element is very important.
Very important.
Right. Talk to us about that and just what are your aspirations? What are you going to study towards?
Okay.
What kind of fields you want to get into?
I recently acquired a BCom accounting degree from the University of Johannesburg. Therefore, I plan on studying forward towards qualifying as a chartered accountant.
Right.
So I'm trying to make a name for myself in corporate as well as in the entertainment industry through beauty pageants. I'm big on education. Like, even throughout the pageant, I was always like, education is the most powerful weapon which one can use to change the world.
Yeah.
That is what I used throughout my introduction.
And who instilled that in you? Is it your parents? Is it your mom? Was it kind of self-instilled?
I think it was my dad. My dad is big on education rather than beauty pageants. The deal was that get your degree first, then I'll give you that allowance too. I'll just give you my blessing and say,
yes,
go for it. You can do whatever.
Yes.
So this year I got my degree and I was like, please give me
It's
that
time,
chance.
Daddy.
Let
Yes.
me just do what I want to do and what
Right.
I love.
Awesome. Well, thank you to your dad for allowing you. And he's also probably beaming, telling everybody in the neighborhood that that's my daughter on
He's
that
far
stage.
more excited than I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Just talk about, the other Miss Sowetos that have come before you, and what is it that, they will be assisting you with? I know during the break you were talking about how the previous queen is actually mentoring you. So tell us about your relationship with her and your plans for next year.
So the relationship is that she has to be my mentor since she did well during her reign. And so she has to teach me the ropes of doing things, how to go about writing proposals, because I have no idea whatsoever how to write a proposal. So she said, whenever you need help, don't stress, I'm here. Plus, we live in the same neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
And so just from her, what is it, or any other beauty queens, Miss South Africa's Miss Worlds that you look up to and one day you hope to even meet them and just take in and soak up everything that they are?
Basitsana Khumalo.
Yeah.
Like, she's done extremely well. I believe that through all her titles, she managed to make a name for herself.
Yeah.
And that's why she's a household name. And she makes a mark. She doesn't even need to introduce herself when she enters a room.
Sure.
And I aspire to that.
Awesome. Fantastic. We wish you all the best. Thank you so very much. And yeah, Buhle, the sky's the limit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now taking us to break is the fabulous sounds of Tsenolo Sibuhudi, and I chat to her in a bit.
I've come a long way. It's been a long road. By holding on and fighting back my destination. And expectations will finally be reached, even though I found a voice inside telling me not to give up now. Every storm that came my way and the battles that I fought, I stay stronger. I'm so much stronger. Hang on, keep holding on, don't run away, and keep your faith. Your destination and expectations will finally be reached, even though I found a voice inside telling me not to give up now. Every storm that came my way and the battles that I fought, I stay stronger.
Welcome back. You're still watching Trends. Now, you heard her singing us to break a few minutes ago, and those were the lovely sounds of Tsenolo Sibuhudi, a songstress out of Maftown, my hometown, new onto the urban soul and jazz scene. Her debut album, Journo, chronicles her life through song, much in the same way as a journalist does what they do, chronicling and mirroring what goes on in society. Welcome to Trends, Tsenolo.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wow, that song, what was the title of the song? And just take us through the emotions, and it's so, oh my gosh, you just, amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So Much Stronger is the title of the song. I wrote it when I was going through a very hard time. So I literally use music to console myself.
Sure.
So I just figured, you know what, why not write a song
you know, all my hardships and all my challenges, and, you know, it'll probably inspire someone as well that, you know, maybe one day they'll be okay as well.
Of course, and
Yes.
music does that on
It
so
does.
many levels.
It's so
for
soothing.
everyone.
That's the kind of music I'm trying to do. I'm trying to soothe people.
All right.
Yes.
And I mean, how long then have you basically been a full-time musician? Because from what I understand, you also hold an LLB degree.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I'm very proud of that. It's actually been a year and a half now, back full-time. I did it actually about 8 years ago, and I took the 4-year gap, and then now I'm back full-time. So it's been about a year and a half now, almost 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And just the energy that I saw, so simple but so clean between yourself and your producer, Matibe Pilane, who I actually also
Yes.
was under the tutelage of, what, more than 20 years ago?
Yes.
My gosh, that's crazy.
Yes.
So he's your piano player, he's your producer as well. Tell us about, you know, the synergy that you have and the kind of basically relationship that you have to bring out the kind of music that you do.
Yes. I actually met him, I think, 10 years ago as well. And he brought me up. Literally, he's actually a father figure. He's a brother and a father at the same time. He taught me so much. Literally 80% of everything I know musically, he taught me.
Yeah.
And yeah, he brought me up. Basically, he brought out this voice that I have. He literally taught me how to sing right. He taught me how to write. But, you know, he's actually just letting me be me. But, you know, he's encouraging as well, always there for me. And yeah, he does everything with me, basically. His support has been out of this world.
And that's precisely the kind of
Out of
person
this
that you
world.
need in your
Yes.
corner,
Yes.
you know, cheering you on, saying, okay, this is the right thing to do, this isn't the wrong, you know, this is the wrong thing to do. You know, basically, I would also say you're almost like a diamond in the rough, came out of, you know, Bokone Bupirima, and that's great. There's so many artists that have come out from there who are doing great things on international platforms, on local platforms, and who do you look up to, and who would you like to work with in the near future?
Most of the artists I actually want to work with are local. They're the legends, people I literally look up to, people I would love to work with one day. Oliver Mtukuzi, Jonas Gwangwa, Dorothy Masuku, Letambuli, all these people that I really love.
All right,
Yes.
and when it comes to any collaborations, I mean, with any of the Motswako guys from Mahikeng?
Oh, Double HP,
Of course,
without a doubt.
of
It
course.
has to be Double HP.
yeah.
You know, Double HP, definitely. He'd be first on my list.
Okay, I'm going to let him know that
Please
you want to
do. Do
collaborate
that for me,
with them. You know, and another thing though that's very scary about this industry, you are currently still based most of the time in Mahikeng.
Yes.
Joburg, you know, everybody comes to the City of Gold to try and make themselves even bigger. And there's
Right.
many sharks, many dangers. What is it that you think you will do differently to ensure that you have the kind of career that will ensure your longevity in the industry?
I'm trying very hard to remain as authentic as I possibly can, because I don't think anyone can take that away from me. No shark can come and steal your authenticity, basically. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to remain as authentic as possible, personality-wise and musically as well. And yes, the rest will follow, I guess.
Okay, and
Yes.
your album, are you performing anywhere this December?
Yes, actually, on Saturday, on the 19th, I'll be at the Mahikeng Jazz Festival. I think it's the 5th annual, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
So yes, that's where I'll be.
Fantastic. I love everything about you, your style, your hair,
wow.
the music. But yeah, more than the hair and everything else, the music. As you've just said, the key is to stay authentic and true to yourself
Yes.
and to the music.
Yes.
It's an art and it's a gift.
Yes, definitely.
Take care of it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senelo. Now, South Africa's first dance movie, Hear Me Move, recently premiered in New York at the African Diaspora International Film Festival. Organizers have had their eye on the film since its local release in February this year. And Hear Me Move was one of 9 South African films featured in the festival programs. So a big shout out to Fidel Namisi, Scott Smith, and the rest of the team at Cold Stove Pictures.
Returning to New York for the 23rd year running, the African Diaspora International Film Festival is back in the city with an even more ambitious program. Co-director Diaha Ndospesh says it's about celebrating the intersections of the diaspora.
We always look for the films that have the widest range of representation, lots of diversity, a lot of stories, and the goal is really to show how much we have in common and really put forward the humanity of who we are as a people of color.
Making the cut this year, South African dance flick Hear Me Move. the year 2015's top-grossing film made by a black South African director.
We look for who is behind the camera and who is in front of the camera, and normally filmmakers of color tend to tell stories about people of color. So it's very exciting for us to be able to bring these films here to the US, most of the time for the first time, and let the people see what's happening in South Africa.
As the festival evolves, organizers say the goal is to increasingly highlight the richness and diversity of cultures not typically seen on the big screen.
So what you see is a broader diversity, but of course rooted in the culture, because obviously Hear Me Move, can only be made in South Africa because the dance is South African, right?
And the film depicts South Africa in a light that's not often cast on international audiences.
And I think it's important to show that it's not all suffering, it's not all violence and crime and unemployment. People do have fun in South Africa and we dance sometimes.
Although it's not all song and dance, it's a coming-of-age story with some universal themes.
Muzi, the main character, is trying to find his roots and he's trying to reconnect with his father who died when he was younger. And I think it's very relatable because I think a lot of young black children could relate to wanting to have a strong father figure in their lives.
Still, for every somber moment, there's a feel-good dance sequence. Critics say it'll get you off your chair, but for ADIFF's organizers, the appeal's equally in what the film makes you feel when you're in your chair. Mimi Chahman, SABC News, New York.
If you haven't seen Hear Me Move, make sure you see it. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, moving on to our next story, the Mother City and all heading to Cape Town are in for a wonderful treat this festive season, with plenty on offer for the whole family lined up at the Artscape Theatre. Presented by the Cape Town City Ballet, the Nutcracker will once again enthrall young and old with this hugely classic and entertaining ballet.
The Nutcracker tells the story of Clara at her family's Christmas Eve party. The party grows festive, and Uncle Drosselmeyer, who is a skilled toy maker and always full of surprises, arrives. He draws everyone's attention as he presents life-sized dolls. They are the delight of the party, each taking a turn to dance. The mysterious Uncle Drosselmeyer gives Clara a Nutcracker doll, but her brother Fritz is jealous and breaks the doll. She is heartbroken, but her uncle quickly repairs the Nutcracker, and Clara eventually falls asleep next to the Christmas tree with her doll in her arms. It's then that a night of mystery and magic unfolds. The toy soldiers, as well as the Nutcracker Prince, comes to life to defeat the evil Rat King and his army.
It's very much a fantasy. It's in the end you're left thinking, is this a dream or did it really happen? It's just very far-fetched, there's giant trees that grow, Christmas tree, and snow falling from the sky in a theatre, so it's all very exciting.
Clara travels through a magical snowstorm to celebrate their victory on an enchanted island where she's transformed into the Sugar Plum Fairy.
The technical difficulties of this ballet are the quick scene changes and the lighting. So when younger Clara becomes older Clara, there's a transition. And if the lighting is not right, you'll see the whole magic of it.
Celebratory dances from all over the world are performed, and the beautiful costumes, sets and choreography all adds to a magical and fun-filled ballet.
Well, of course, it's everybody's favorite ballet for Christmas, so it has to be entertaining. But you can't forfeit the technique for entertainment, unfortunately. So you have to be the strongest dancer you can possibly be to carry it across to the audience and make it look totally effortless. We've made a few alterations here and there, like adding the Snow Queen and Prince to the second act. But generally it's the same production that we were taught in about 2002. I think we did it for the first time. And it really is a charming production. It has every element of entertainment that you could possibly wish for.
In the magical land of sweets, the little bonbons steal the show as the young, aspiring ballerinas perform on the big stage.
The little sweeties, it's a French word, and
our mother is the Madame Bonbon, and then we all go on stage and then she's looking after us and everything. So we're like
come out of the dress. We still come out of the dress.
yeah, we come out of a dress.
And
Well,
is it fun to do ballet?
Yes.
Why? Is it not very difficult?
No,
It depends.
Yeah.
When you learn new moves, then it depends.
Yeah, and it's like I like doing it because it calms me and everything. So.
The Nutcracker is a ballet for the whole family. It's on stage until the 24th of December on Christmas Eve at Cape Town's Artscape Theatre.
Fantastic. Now, the Somerset East Museum in the Eastern Cape is fulfilling the call for transformation. It is hosting an exhibition on the heroes of a previously neglected group of people in the Somerset West area who have significantly contributed to the struggle against apartheid. The exhibition is part of a project by the Department of Arts and Culture to transform museums so that they reflect the ideals and the democratic ideals and experiences of the majority.
Gone, but never forgotten. Their struggle for liberation reflected in these works. Their lives, honored through this exhibition, celebrates the role they played in their communities. Their families are overjoyed.
We're overwhelmed. We've been crying a long time because our grandfather has been sort of ignored. He was an unsung hero. But now I feel overwhelmed that they have remembered.
I'm sure my brother would appreciate this too. He was a very quiet boy, not wanted to be on the show. I remember he was always hiding behind Mr. Mandela's back and just passing on documents. But his commitment and loyalness to the liberation movement and to the government of the day was an outstanding characteristic of him.
Dr. Bantwini Nciphe's family says his legacy lives on through the Dr. N.B. Nciphe Foundation, which started in 2012. It seeks to empower the young people.
He was a very humble man. Normally, you would label him as somebody who wouldn't even kill a fly. Although he was in the struggle, I don't think he was there to kill people. His aim was really to liberate and empower everybody.
The Department of Arts and Culture is urging community members to put forward more names of liberation heroes.
If you go to museums, it's now, the exhibition is about 4 people for now, but we've been encouraging the communities to bring more names. We've no doubt that there are many people who have contributed immensely, that is in the history of Somerset East and who have built this community.
The museum says it also hopes that this project will increase visitors' numbers, including learners and the elderly. Lerato Tipa, SABC News, Somerset East.
After the break, there's more still to come. You're watching Trendz. Hello. Now, a few weeks ago, we gave you a snippet of what to expect if you want to be a part of the amazing Republic of Extra Cold out in Plettenberg Bay. So if you will be making your way to Plet in the Western Cape Stanley Island, then you'll want to know exactly how to get yourselves a passport to join in on the festivities to turn down the December heat. Now, joining us in studio right now to talk about the experience is Ramona Michael from Castle Light. Welcome to Trendz.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's talk about this Republic of Extra Cold. You know, the ads have been everywhere all year, actually. So tell us exactly what it is and how do people, the million-dollar question is how to get that passport so that you can also be part of the festival.
So Rifiwe, I'm not sure if Trendz TV knows that Castle Light has its very own island.
Yes.
It has its very own country and it's called the Republic of Extra Cold. And every year we celebrate all things Castle Light and all our amazing citizens on our Republic once a year. So this year our borders open on the 28th of December and basically it's a day-to-night music festival that really gives you every single touch point on what it is like to be a citizen of this amazing country. You get to indulge in your favorite beer, to enjoy your favorite artists on the day and just really hang out in the coolest country this side of the equator.
Okay,
Yes.
and talking about, you know, the artists and the lineup, who's scheduled basically to be part of the experience this year?
So we have 14 DJs and artists lined up. So I don't think we have enough time to name all of them. But
Yes, the big
our
names.
really the big names is the amazing Beatenberg. They've been phenomenal over the past 2 years, and we're happy to have them on the bill, as well as Black Motion. I think they've been on the lips of everybody. So those are the big hitters. DJ Kent. On the back of his amazing album, as well as Timo ODV. Those are some of the guys you can really enjoy.
Wow. Okay, back to my $1 million question. How does one get themselves a passport?
So it's very simple. You basically have to sign up to be a citizen of the Republic of Extra Cold.
What's the criteria?
You just have to be cool enough, you know. For us, if
What
you
does that mean? That's subjective. Come, Ramona, help our viewers out there. What does that mean?
So they just need to go to castlelight.co.za,
Yes.
sign up and answer a few questions about, you know, whether they're cool enough, you know.
All right. There's no video uploads?
There's no video upload. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Just a few questions, your name, your surname, and your ID number and your email address. Those are the basic information that we
Okay,
need.
and so you've attended, obviously, in past years, you know, the whole experience. So is this the kind of island where what happens on the island stays on the island, because no one comes back and says anything about it on any social media platform?
I think definitely what happens on the island stays on the island, but we do capture the best moments and share it with our viewers. And this year we will be shooting a reality TV show.
Awesome.
So if you want to be a star, find our cameras on the 28th of December. Firstly, get your tickets.
Yes.
Meet us on the Republic of Extra Cold, and you
Sure.
could be a star. You never know.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you so very much, Ramona Michael from Castle Light, talking about the Castle Light Republic of Extra Cold. Now, Castle Light will be giving 2 lucky winners a set of 2 tickets to attend the Republic of Cold experience on the 28th of December in Plettenberg Bay. All you have to do is answer the question, what makes you an extraordinary citizen? Send your answers to mkwanazim@sabc.co.za. That's mkwanazim@sabc.co.za. And also tweet at njabulo_MK and also CC at Castle Light SA to get the conversation going. We wish you all the best. Now, the capital city of Bokone Bophirima in Mahikeng was recently the center stage for Setswana music and dance, golden artists, and of course our Motswako listers, as citizens from across the country and province descended upon the capital city for a one-of-a-kind Mahikeng Music and Cultural Festival in efforts by the Northwest Provincial Government to reposition Mahikeng as a destination for entertainment, arts and culture.
The provincial capital of the Northwest Province, buzzing with sound and people. The objective to reposition Mahikeng as the country's entertainment hub, and this to benefit small businesses and grow the local economy.
This initiative generally gives us more income into the economy, our general economy, and improves the cash flow injection into Mahikeng.
We are hoping even next year we'll get another chance to start our businesses and grow to be like bigger businesses.
The first annual Mahikeng Cultural Festival is primarily aimed at celebrating the province's arts, culture and history. The Motswako music, a hip-hop genre which originates in Mahikeng and went to dominate music charts in the country and on the continent, is to be given priority as the province rebrands itself.
What we started off just as little kids, crazy little kids, just not knowing what they're doing, is now being taken seriously on this level. You know, we have big government departments, we have big corporations, we have corporate giving us attention.
Of equal importance is to renew the image of the Northwest. Developing artists is of critical significance.
Government needs to put money and make sure that we move the artist forward, because there's nothing you can do without money.
The rebranding of Mahikeng and the province will now venture into the SADC region.
I had a discussion with our friends in Botswana, and we've agreed that next year we'll have some kind of an arrangement where proposals include having some of our activities in Gaborone, the capital city, so that the 2 capital cities, based on their history from colonialist period, we can then begin to work together.
Over and above the musical festivities, the objective is to position Mahikeng as the country's art and culture hub. The province further seeks to exploit the SADC region due to its proximity to Botswana. SABC News, Mahikeng.
And we're about to turn up in studio. Rapper Reason released the final chapter of Audio Trilogy, that is a package of remixes, freestyles, and his best collabs of 2014 and 15, which was intended for the deluxe edition release of Audio High Definition. We have him in studio today to perform the first single from the album, and the song is called The Realist.
Wool up, nigga. Wool up, wool up, wool up. Just wool up. Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Get in Igbo. Get out of here for real. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here for real.
Hey, welcome to it. Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Reason, and I am the realist. Shout out to Trendz. Goes something like this. Hey, the god of the rhyme schemes. Oh God, I'm a line king. I got all my lines with, and they hungry for fine things while I'm hungry for 9 gigs out in Paris, Miami, and London. It's okay if they pay me in hundreds. Call me Addy the way I don't want checks. Hey, I mean stuff based. I'm riding my money in lunch tips. My babies know that they got much bread, and my lady makes sure I get enough heads. So I'm laying these verses with concepts in the club with that lyrical content. Sipping yet while I'm thinking the concepts, but this thing got me thinking the wrong things. Hey, cause everyone in the building is probably feeling they self for real. And I'm on a mission to getting this money and making my wealth for real. The crib at the top of the hill, whipping them 20-inch wheels. My ego be tripping for thinking I might be the realest to do it for real. I said, we are the realest for real. On Trendz, we are the realest for real. Hey, I am the realest for real. Ego be tripping for thinking I might be the realest to do it for real. For real. So, soon as we touch down, you get touched. 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 Hey, the god of machine raps. I'm bringing the East back with the beast track. You can say Wolverine raps, but this ain't really clean raps. Cause I've been smacking these weak rappers in each track with at least factual speech, passionately smashing the beat, actually back to the beat. Hey, came from the bottom and now we on top of the world for real. And now that we hot, the rest of the world must chill for real, for real, for real, for real. I wanna get me a meal from skills, handle my family's will with no funny money unless I'm with Dave Chappelle. Hey, I'm getting this dough from deals, acting a role for chills, packing a show for bills, rapping alone and still the room must fill for real, for real. I'm back in my zone for real. My interest is already built. I'm cashing it all at the till for real, for real. I am the realest for real. Audio redefinition out now. We are the realest for real. I said, I am the realest for real. My ego be tripping for thinking I might be the realest to do it for real. Cause everyone in the building is probably feeling they self for real. And I'm on a mission to getting this money and making my wealth for real. The crib at the top of the hill, whipping them 20-inch wheels. Ego be tripping for thinking I might be the realest to do it for real. Audio redefinition out now. And you must know, soon as we touch down, you get touched. Soon as we touch down, you get touched. Soon as we touch down, you get touched. Soon as we touch down, you get touched.
Welcome back to Trendz. You just saw him perform The Realist. That was Reason, and it's that time when music and rhyme come together to create the most incredible of memories for everyone. And with 2016 just 12 days away, who better than two of some of the most influential rappers of their time representing the East Rand? They're dreaming big, they're thinking big, and about to go bigger than last year, hosting the Reason and Kwesta Ekurhuleni Festival. Welcome to Trendz. Reason?
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I mean, you are the realest. You're the real.
Oh,
congrats.
Say it again.
Congrats on that track. It sounds absolutely awesome.
Thank
you know, so tell us about, audio redefinition. It's Reason season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Audio redefinition is like my attempt, I guess, to redefine, the status quo, I guess, in everything. There seems to be a mentality or an expectation, I guess, when it comes to, the music that we put out and what it was, what it should sound like.
From who, though? From who? Is it?
You know, you never really know if it would be the gatekeepers of the industry or maybe the public. I mean, it's just a perception that, you know, when you release music and people will be like, but it's not turn up enough. Or you release music and be like, but it's not, you know, hood enough, or so on and so forth. There's, you know what I'm saying? So there's all of those things, which for me, I actually are very like, I'm not really sure if that's actually true. You know what I mean? So redefinition is really like my attempt at actually redefining, you know, a lot of these things, you know, and actually bringing a perspective and bringing the re-definition of all those things, you know, as in re short for reason, and got that.
Sure. Now, also when it comes to, you know, changing and challenging the status quo, you know, audio high definition came out, and that was big.
Yes.
And then, middle of this year, you were that guy.
Yes.
You were Kanye of SA.
Oh, Lord.
When you did the whole Yeezus, you know, and that ruffled many feathers.
Yeah.
But that was you being authentic to who you are and what your beliefs are, regardless of whether it lost you some fans, whether it gained you new fans. Tell us about that time and just how have you managed to come out of that and just, you know, saying, you know what, this is me, like it, don't like it, this is reason.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite an interesting time, you know what I mean? I actually got calls from, you know, publications and, you know, other people that I never thought I'd ever get a call for, you know, which was actually really saddening because a lot of them actually kind of looked at this whole thing like a publicity stunt where, you know,
many people thought it was.
Many people actually thought it was a publicity stunt. I think it was an attempt at actually being real, because the whole idea was about being real. It was about pushing the concept of being the realist, you know what I mean? And so I referenced something that's very relevant. I mean, this was part of a freestyle that I was putting out. This was artwork for a freestyle that I was putting out. And there's a part in the freestyle where I say, I'm the tainted version of what Jesus is. I hide behind my shades because I'm way too promiscuous. And that was supposed to be the idea, was supposed to be the picture of being the tainted version of Jesus. No, but the thing is, the disclaimer is the music. That's the music, though. That's how we've always done it. That's the music, you know what I mean? And I guess for me, I didn't expect it to actually overspill outside of hip-hop, because in hip-hop, I put it to you and then you ask me and then I give you the song and you say, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Whereas in this particular situation, it left hip-hop and it went to other places, you know? But the main thing was that, you know, what made people uncomfortable is what I was uncomfortable with myself, was that this is actually wrong. Like me being a God-fearing child and me, you know, following this guy. I mean, Jesus is like the guy, you know, ever since you're a kid, this is the guy, the most humble, the most faithful, the most honest, the most, you know, the realest. He is actually the realest. And so, but in my world, you know, there's also those two girls that you see on the side, you know what I mean, that flood that person, you know what I mean? I could have added even like champagne and all the offers of things that they offer us in the club, because I'm trying to paint a picture of myself wanting to be what's in the middle, but I'm surrounded by all these other things. So
and that's the thing, you've just explained it now and I get it.
But that's the thing, but the unfortunate thing is the media left it at, look at what this guy did, and then after that they were like, forget what it went, forget about that, and then they moved on to AK and Bonham.
Let's go back to then the music. Thank you for that, and now, you know, thank you for clearing that up. So you've worked with a lot of people. I see some great collaborations over here. There's Mr. Beef, there's Kuli Chana, there's Squatter Camp. You know, fantastic collabos. So what is it that you want people to get from, you know, recent season audio redefinition?
Well, originally, I mean, it was supposed to be the deluxe edition of Audio High Definition, and then it ended up becoming its own album. But, you know, the whole process around this was collaborating with, you know, hip-hop again, because, you know, with Audio High Definition, I was trying to collaborate with everything outside of hip-hop. So I was doing songs with Donald, I was doing songs with Lockenville, I was doing songs with Thandi Somazwai, I was doing songs with people outside of hip-hop. And so this was almost like me coming back within hip-hop and doing everything hip-hop. Just have my own definition of it, you know what I'm saying? And that's really the attempt. But everybody that you see on there was everybody who answered the phone call when it came to, you know, let's dance.
Let's do it. Awesome reason. And the Ekurhuleni Festival with you and Questa, I'm sure is going to be off the hook.
Are you coming?
Can I come?
You can come.
Okay,
I will
be
plus 3.
Wow, really? Thank you so very much, Reason, for joining us here on Trendz. We wish you all the best. And yeah, I will be at that Ekurhuleni Festival.
Thank you. Christmas Eve, I will see you. I'll wait at the gate for you.
Please do.
I will.
Please do. Now, moving on to our next story. For those of you who won't be going away to any sandy shores this festive season, do I have some great news for you. Silverstar Casino is doing their bit to bring the beach to you. Over the next few days, there will be sand galore for some sandcastle building, water sports, ice cream tasting, and a whole lot more. So get your sunscreen and beachwear sorted and make your way to the Silverstar Casino and Entertainment Resort.
Everybody, let me see you do this. Shake your waist, shake your back, shake your waist. It is definitely summer here in the Krugersdorp with the sun beating down on us, but I've got great news for those of us who are not going away. Silverstar Casino is hosting a lovely event for friends and for family where you can come out and enjoy the sun and even the beach sand. Do join us as we take you through all the events.
Last year I was in Thailand with my family. This year I've got to work and entertain all of you because my brand is Be Entertained. So I brought the beach to Krugersdorp. Kids are having fun, the media's here. We've got a beautiful big screen TV with SpongeBob SquarePants playing, Nemo playing. At night I transform it into a beautiful wonderland where adults can enjoy themselves. It's just about a bit of fun. It's Christmas. Every single day we've got an MC, we've got calypso bands, we've got seafood specials at all my restaurants. We've got the beach, we've got water. Just have fun.
And how long will this be running for?
We run right until the 20th, then I break it down and I'm doing something very special for Christmas. Silverstar looks after the young, the old, the teenagers. I've got a casino, I've got multiple restaurants, I've got beach, I've got water. Young and old, come and enjoy yourself.
It has been an interesting, fun-filled, absolutely hot day. So do bring your kids out to Silverstar Casino for some fun in the sun if you're not going away. I'm Eloise Coble for Trendz.
Now we have more music on Trendz. Right now I'm about to be joined by Morena. We've seen him growing up on television and now he's a bit more behind the scenes but also so big into the music. Welcome to Trendz, Morena.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, man, great to have you here. So December, you've released this new track called
correct.
Faith Alive. Tell us about that. Is it gospel?
No, it's not gospel, although a lot of
Yes.
my music has a lot of gospel
Influences. All right.
I mean, that's where you start singing, right? You
Of
take
course.
it to church.
Of course.
You don't sing, you sang.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Gospel influences, but not gospel.
Sure, it's a dance track. All right, so
It's a
who have
dance
you
track.
worked with? Have you produced it yourself?
I worked with a guitarist called Ray. That's the very, strong guitar that you'll hear when I perform this song right now.
All
It's
right.
produced by Cuba, and yeah.
Okay, and so where will people catch you performing this December?
This December, oh my gosh, I can't remember them off the top of my
Okay,
head.
can they check for you on
check
social
out on
media?
social media, but once, on the 25th, I'm at Shimza's one-man show in Tembisa.
All right, and the name of the album is?
The album is released in March, but the name of the single is called Faith Alive, available on all digital music platforms.
Fantastic, the way to go, of course. Take it away, Morena. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Turning nothing into something. Is faith alive? Cruel and warm it burns. Is it reaching? Daydreamer got a vision. Faith preacher started teaching. Is your faith alive? To the sky, you're praying to pray for something. To the sky, you're praying for something. need some love.